My friend's little sister is a money-hungry goblin and went too far when she tried to latch onto my husband, so I shamed her in front of her family and now they want me to publicly apologize. For context, I, 31F, am close friends with my college roommate Lisa, 33F, and I love her dearly. She has a younger sister, Amy, 22F, whom I've occasionally met in college, but she was so young at that time we never really hung out. Lisa had a bridal shower in February, and I financially contributed to most of it since I wasn't able to be there in person to help with the planning. I gave money to Amy to pay for everything, the decor, food, and booze. I even paid for an overnight stay at a hotel for all 7 girls. I did all of this because I couldn't make it to her bachelorette party the week before. I had also paid for the limo Amy wanted to host the party in. At the shower, I saw Amy, and she was gushing about how I had spent a lot of money on Lisa. I simply said if it's for Lisa, I would have paid for anything. Amy was hinting that my job must have been paying a lot of money for me to spend this much on Lisa. I'm a new surgeon who just graduated from residency. I got a pay bump, but it wasn't much. I'm lucky because my husband, 40M, is supporting me while I go through fellowship. My husband is a doctor too, but so much more advanced in his career than me. For my wedding gift, he paid off the remainder of my student loans. He is amazing, and I couldn't ask for anything more. The wedding happened in March, and my husband and I attended. Family and close friends were invited to Lisa's parents' place for dinner afterward. Amy was very handsy with my husband, even during the wedding. She was asking him about his job, how smart he was to be working in the ICU, how hot he was, how he looks like a young Alain Delon, and so on. My husband was giving me signals to come to him and bail him out, and I did. This happened at least 2 more times. At Lisa's parents' place, Amy was wrapping her arm around my husband's back and serving him drinks and food. I told Lisa's mom about how Amy was making me and my husband very uncomfortable, and her mom pulled her aside and told her off. Despite that, she was still acting like a crazed teenager because when we wanted to leave, she wouldn't give my husband his jacket back and kept sniffing it. I had a feeling that she was drunk and completely out of it. My husband raised his voice and told her to stop messing around and give it to him. I yelled, "Can you stop being so difficult? You've been shamelessly flirting with my husband in front of me the whole day. Give me the damn jacket and leave us alone." Later, I got a text from Lisa's mom demanding I publicly apologize to Amy. She wanted me to post a heartfelt apology on social media because some of the guests heard me yell at her and thought I was overreacting and humiliated her. Lisa is on my side and told me Amy has always had gold-digging tendencies and that this isn't the first time she's done something like this. She flirted with her friend's dad and their next-door neighbor who was married when she thought that they were wealthy. Lisa said that she'll handle it. I already felt so bad I ruined the last moments of her wedding day, and now she has to deal with this. I'm ruminating on this a lot lately and wondering if I should apologize to Amy. I don't want to, but then again, if I did, I would explain exactly what happened and how it merited my reaction to her. Though this might add fuel to the fire. There is so much drama right now, and I want to preserve my friendship with Lisa. Update 1. The previous post got so popular that Amy's mom found it and texted me to take it down, but I gaslit her into thinking that I never did such a thing and that I did not have a Reddit account. She believed it, I think, since she didn't text me back, but come on, the details I put in that post were exactly what she experienced, so of course it was mine. Moving on, I didn't apologize to anyone or do anything at all, frankly. I forgot about it since I had people in emergencies on me left and right at work. One of you said I had the spine of a jellyfish, and not apologizing was the right thing to do. I was hesitant and was actually considering giving that apology because of the fact that she fed me and let me stay in her home during Thanksgiving and Christmas many years ago when I couldn't go home to my family. I'm the kind of person who'll remember every good thing you do for me and do my best to reciprocate or get even so as to not be indebted to you. A lot of people insinuated that me being docile and restrained in those kinds of situations makes me a bad surgeon, to which I say, I beg your effing pardon. Would you want someone who's operating on you to have a criminal record for causing bodily harm? Also, I've dealt with worse than Amy. I've survived handling 19 psychotic patients with TBIs for a whole rotation. Me being aggressive would have gotten me kicked out of my fellowship. Now, for the things that have transpired. I tried to avoid contacting Lisa since she went off on her honeymoon, but because of the popularity of my previous post, I decided to give her a heads up. Lisa was more than apologetic. In fact, she FaceTimed me, and we had a very teary conversation about her family. There was a lot more going on that I never knew, but mine and my husband's involvement in her family drama was the last straw. She had decided to go no contact with her mom and sister. She also warned me that Amy might approach my husband in some way, but I have no idea how. She's also getting her extended family involved about Amy. My husband does not have any social media, and he did not give out his number to anyone at all during the wedding. He is big on loyalty and transparency in our marriage. We have access to each other's electronics, and I know he would never cheat on me. 3 days ago, someone called my husband's clinic asking to get his number for an emergency and that she needed to get a hold of his wife. The nurse who answered refused to give a physician's personal number, and the conversation got heated. My husband's colleague, another intensivist, took over and asked her to tell him what the emergency was so that he could tell my husband himself. The person on the phone argued some more, and when the doctor wouldn't give, she hung up. That friend told my husband what happened and said the woman didn't give her name but had a very high-pitched childlike voice. My husband immediately knew it was Amy, but we have no proof. I know it was her. She must have searched my husband's name on Google and found where he works since his professional profile is online along with the name of his hospital. I'm getting more and more irritated by this whole thing and have gone full-on mama bear mode over my husband. He was furiously annoyed after the wedding and was saying if the genders were switched, he would have definitely gotten punched not even halfway through the wedding. My husband had terrible experiences with women before. 2 women at different times tried to baby trap him, one did some Moriarty-level manipulation, and one harassed us when we were dating. He is usually a cool and calm guy, but now he hasn't been smiling or joking around with me like he always does ever since the wedding. I consulted my uncle, who is a lawyer, but we don't really have many options yet. We couldn't prove it was Amy that called, so we just have to wait and see if she does anything. We have since informed the security at my husband's department and around our home, but we hope that she stays broke and can't afford to travel to where we live since it's far from hers. That's all for now.